We have eyes on that cabin. It was the very first proximity to it. There is something like that in there. We felt we could maneuver anyone who's on this cabin, and they were way understated. We felt we had this picture straight. We want to remind you, if you're watching special report continuing coverage of the manhunt that this will be doing here on CBS 2 and KILLAMOB. We'll go around about a day that the Chris and team, Todd, as you just pointed out, are absolutely involved in this story. It seems like within every half hour there'll be some new element of this story that you just didn't even plan for. But it's unfolding right now. This is, as you pointed out, back a short while ago, when after the gunfire it seemed like if there was going to be what we call it the OK Corral, that was the OK Corral of gunfire. Talking about officers who were on the front lines right there, and they were certain that this was going on inside the barricade inside this building.
And now adding to more uncertainty, and that's generally how things unfold. You hear stories here and there. John Fernandez just gave us a report that possibly former person that was on the police family could have done the right. Now, this is a picture. We can actually see the flames now and the black smoke coming out of this cabin. But again, we're not certain if the authorities have approached the rest of the Carter. He said the authorities were surrounded this cabin, but they had not approached it itself. They had not approached the cabin itself. They just had their guns at the ready, and that's enough to run out. They actually set this on fire. They're trying to
You have that. You have
flames.
yeah, exactly right.
But you just don't know. This supply can happen in there too. We've already had a number of material that was confiscated from this photograph truck that we learned on Thursday, possibly having a gas mask of some kind. This person has been trained in all kinds of tactical warfare. He's been to Afghanistan, so it's not surprising that he would even have those kinds of supplies, that kind of ammunition on his person.
Any number of things can happen in a situation like this. I mean, they exchanged a lot of rounds of gunfire. When this gun battle broke out in this barricaded house, who's to say that the person inside wasn't hit, mortally, maybe bled out, that kind of thing. Perhaps the tear gas is fired, the person's out of energy was under there, and decides to take their own life. So there's so many scenarios that are going on here, and as you and I said to each other, Pat, so many times throughout covering this story here at work and when we speak on the phone, there probably will be a lot of questions from this situation that we never, ever get answers to.
Probably not. There are so many that are floating on the internet now as we speak. Again, Carter had mentioned that he didn't see any fire personnel. Well, we noticed earlier there were several ambulances, or at least two that I counted, that were flying up the hill about an hour or so ago. But I have not seen them come back down the mountain. And when we last spoke with Carter over the last 10 minutes, he said that there were no fire personnel on the ready trying to put this fire out at any time from what he could see. So it appears that this fire, you're looking at it right now, it's still burning, and that is the cabin where they believe Dorner was holed up. But we don't know right now if they have approached or if they even know if someone is inside. Again, we're just giving you the information as we get it, and we're trying to cover ourselves. We're trying to give you the most up-to-date and accurate information and stating that we do not have confirmation that there is someone inside this cabin and they want to return.
All right, let's get up to Joe Davis right now. Joe, you're giving us a great picture of this scene right now while we're on.
Okay, we're up very high. We're able to put a direct description over this scene. The things outside of that restriction that was around is working really well to be able to spot this fire from quite a distance. Now, the one thing we can tell you is that it looks like that cabin is fully engulfed in flames. The good news about the surrounding area, there was plenty of brush clearance around that cabin, so we're hoping that it won't spread to the brush around it. There are some dry trees and so on around there, but at this point, we're seeing that fire burning quite heavily in that cabin.
Have you seen anything else surrounding the cabin? And I'm talking about it in terms of any vehicles, any police with their guns drawn. If you can you do a scene setter, or are you too far away right now?
We're probably a good 7 miles, if not more, away from the scene. But we did see the smoke rising up from the trees as we climbed, and we were able to spot that as we got into this spot here. We could definitely confirm that that's the location there. And again, it's just heavily engulfed in flames there, as you can tell, but not from where we're at. We really can't see any vehicles or any movement on the ground. Unfortunately, that's probably a good thing. But being 6 or 7 miles out of the scene, this is quite a flame from that distance to see that much flame coming out of it and that much smoke rising from it.
Boy, you're right about that. But 7 miles away, that's a heck of a picture from that
It really
distance.
is.
Even if I was thinking, Pat, even if you did have fire personnel on the scene, sitting back in reserve behind the front lines of this cabin erupts in flames like we see it now, not knowing if the suspect inside is alive or dead, boy, it'd be
You
a
would
tough
want them to
situation for
approach,
firefighters.
and you hear them talk about that all the
Yeah.
time. But just in case, as Gil was mentioning, thank goodness they don't see this